I'm going to go ahead and get started this morning. Thank you all for coming. This is the Adwerx overview. So we're going to go through the Adwerx program. I'm going to show you what's available, some other resources that you have for Adwerx, and how you can start running those Adwerx ads. Give me just a second to go ahead and share my screen. All right, you guys should be able to see my screen now. Just some general housekeeping before we get started. We are at the end of week 1 of our training blitz. Don't forget that you can check out the calendar anytime here on Town Central. If you click on the button that says training blitz, that calendar changes every day. You can see all the classes that we're giving. You can click to join the classrooms at any time. And if you keep scrolling through, you'll be able to see classes that we have coming up next week. We're actually adding a few more encore performances of some of our favorite classes. So do keep checking out the calendar because we are going to add a couple in here. For Adwerx today, Adwerx is a program that allows us to run digital advertising on the web. So it allows us to run display ads. Now, display ads are those things like those small squares or those little banner ads that follow you around the internet. So if you had been shopping for shoes on Macy's, and you went over to ESPN or you went to read CNN or something like that, you would notice that those shoes followed you around. Those are called display ads. And they are found on different websites that subscribe to that kind of advertiser network. Adwerx also allows you to run ads on Instagram and on Facebook as well. They also have a program that allows you to run on mobile. So if you've ever been in the middle of a Candy Crush game and you saw a little pop-up on your screen, those tiny little ads that are on the very bottom, not necessarily the video ads, those little pop-up ads are called mobile ads, and they also can facilitate those for mobile users as well. You can get to Adwerx by going on towncentral.com and then clicking on that Adwerx button over here on the quick links. If you click that, it's an SSO or single sign-on. You do not need a username or password in order to get into Adwerx as long as you use it from Town Central. I have it pulled up for the sake of time today into a dashboard here so we can see what an agent would look like who has some listings, and we can go ahead and work with those. So I want to give you a rundown of what your dashboard looks like, and then we'll kind of get into the different types of ads that are available on here. When you first log in, this is considered your dashboard. You'll see that it'll show you all of your different kinds of campaigns and then the campaigns that you can start up here at the top. There's 2 active listing campaigns running, and you'll see that says that 2 active listing campaigns here. If there are additional additional campaigns running, you'll see those change as well. There is also a retargeting campaign running, so you'll see that a 1 active campaign for retargeting. If you continue to scroll down, you will see My Campaigns. So these are going to be your active listings, active sphere ads, any kind of retargeting ad you might be running, all of your active ads in here. It'll also show you all your completed ads. So if you ever needed to get a report or if you wanted to add weeks and reinitiate an ad, you can do that. Now, before we get started, I do want to let you know, and this may change depending on when you are watching the video, but BHHS has contracted with Adwerx to run a free 7-day listing ad for every single one of your listings, and that's at the national level. So what they do is they take the pull from the MLS, and as soon as it comes in, they are taking the information out of the MLS and that photo, and they are shipping that along with the information that they pull from Town Central and from BHHS Resource, and they are creating this ad for you. You do get a notification before this ad starts running that you're able to go ahead and make some changes to the ad, and I highly encourage you to do that, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. You'll also notice that you have an area here that says home seller. This one happens to say missing info, but you actually are able to send your home seller a report directly out of the system. So if you add your client's email here, they're going to go ahead and get an email from the system that says, hey, your agent so-and-so has decided to start running this digital ad. Here's the campaign. Here's how great it is. Here's the number of hits you can expect. Here are the different places that we run the ads, and it'll give them some examples. It'll also give them an example of what that ad looks like. Now, as the ad continues running, it'll also send them an email once a week that says, here's the statistics on your ad. So the nice thing about these ads is that they usually get, at least for the 7-day free ads, usually between 3 and 5,000 impressions, which is fabulous. So again, that's all free to you. It's part of the BHHS program, part of being part of the BHHS network. So it is nice to be able to send your seller that piece. If you don't want to send it to directly to your seller, I highly suggest you also add your email address in here. That way you can get the client email, and then if you want to forward that to your client, you're able to, or at least you can see what that report looks like before you start sending it to your sellers. The emails are really professional, they're really nice, and they're completely branded to you and to BHHS. So it's a nice email to do. All right, let me get back up here and I'll show you the different kinds of ads that you're able to run, and then we'll get into how we can run them and edit them. We have a bunch of different options here. We just talked about ads for the listing, and that's what you saw below. Those are automatically created by BHHS, but you don't necessarily have to use those after the 7-day period is over. You are welcome to customize it, add your own artwork for it, add something that looks more like something that the marketing department may have designed for you to add additional weeks on there. You are able to do ads targeted by zip code. I'm going to go ahead and start a new campaign just so you can see how that looks when we start to do some of the training here. By the way, it is going to ask you for your name and to verify your city. Make sure that you're putting it where your office is located. You would be surprised at how many people share your name across the entire real estate network around the country. So they're just verifying that, yes, this is definitely who you are. And I'm going to go ahead and continue with this ad that it gave me because it's definitely pulled up the right person. So it is going to try to match you to some open zip codes, either around where your listings might be, around where historically you've run before, something like that. You'll also notice that it says that the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services discount is applied. Berkshire Hathaway does have a discount program with them, so all the prices that you see here are negotiated by BHHS. They do offer some deals from time to time where they may say you'll get an extra X number of impressions, or they may have an X number of dollars off. Keep an eye out for those emails that might have those coupons in them. You can also get additional impressions by adding your NAR NERDS number to the system, and I'll show you how to do that when we get to checkout as well. So it's trying to pull in some of these listings. You'll notice that some of them are available. These are web ads. Remember, those are those display ads that follow you around, almost like as if you were shopping. Those are going to go around and around and around on different sites. And then here are those mobile and Facebook ads. So those are the social media ads and those small mobile ads I was talking about. They are two separate products when you're talking about running in zip codes. So it does allow you to target either the web ads or the Facebook and mobile ads. The sizing is very different for these. And that's one of the reasons why they do this. You'll also notice that the pricing is different based on the zip code. So with the zip codes that are more densely populated, it's going to take more to get that reach in there. You might see a higher price in there, and some of the ones that are not quite as populated, you'll see a lower price in there as well. If it says sold, 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 it means that they have sold all 5 blocks that are available in the zip code. They don't oversell the zip codes. They can only sell the impressions that they are able to get. So in order to reach that guarantee, they do have to limit the number of people that are available. Do join the wait list. It's surprisingly how often they open up, and as soon as somebody drops out of a block, you're going to get an email that says, hey, the web ads for 23188 have just opened. Would you like to join? And then you can go ahead and log right in and go ahead and pick that up. You can search for a different zip code. I'm out here in Smithfield, so let me see what's available out here in 23430. And you'll see that Smithfield is all available right now, and we're in that lower range because our population isn't quite as dense as it is in some of the greater areas. And let's take a look at something else, maybe Williamsburg. Let's take a look at the availability up there. You'll notice that the social ads are pretty much taken. There's one spot open, but the web ads are wide open right now, except for this one slot. And since we've looked at, let's look at all the different areas here. Let's take a look at something in Newport News. And again, they're just in that mid-price range tier, and everything is available in 23606, which happens to be Midtown Newport News, which is a great location. So I'm surprised that they're actually still available. So the zip code ads, when you run in the zip codes, you can go ahead and design those ads to meet your current criteria. So you can do something like an ad for a home valuation and send it down to your home value site. You can just do a branding ad, which is just you. You can ask them to download, a moving checklist. You can send them something about a search all homes for sale. You do have the ability to upload artwork into the system. That will allow you to just customize that message. It does not have to look like this at all. This is just a preview. It's something that's there if you don't have additional artwork. We do build this kind of artwork in the marketing department. So you can fill out the custom order form and you can actually request Adwerx ads. We're going to ask you if you're running web ads or if you're running mobile and Facebook ads or both. And we will be happy to work with you to come up with a design that you'd like to see here. However, and this was just started not that long ago. If you log into Marketing Resource on the BHHS Resource Center, they have now added additional Adwerx ads in here that are not just like the template. If you go to bhhsresource.com and use that search box and just type the word Adwerx in here, you'll see that they've added all sorts of digital ads that you can run in here. So what they will do is you would actually design them here in Marketing Resource, and then there is a button to push that says send to Adwerx, and this will send over to your account. And you'll be able to run those ads directly out of there. So these have lots and lots of different messages and you can change them all the time. Maybe this week you've got a new listing and you want to push that just listed out to that zip code. Go ahead and do that. Maybe that listing goes under contract really fast and you might want to put something out there like, what is your home really worth? Then you can go ahead and swap it out for something like this. A lot of this is customizable, so you might be able to customize the photo. Sometimes you can customize the text. It just depends on what kind of ad you happen to be running in here, how customizable it is. You can also see the ones that have the agent photos on them if you want to have your photo on there as well. So you can see all the different ads. They keep adding to this. Every time I open this, there's a new set of ads that are available in here. All right, let me get back to that Adwerx dashboard now that we've just taken a small detour to be able to create your ads. Remember, again, customized ads can go through the marketing department with no problem. Just fill out that custom order form, or you are welcome to use this generic template they have in here, or feel free to use the marketing resource library to go ahead and build your ads for Adwerx. All right, I am going to go back to my dashboard. Hopefully it's going to let me back to my dashboard here. There we go. So we just talked about zip code. I'm going to come back to the streaming commercials here for just a second because the rest of these ads are all related to the same. Again, you can run your ads for those listings. So this is your listings that are available now from BHHS, or again, you can run your own ads for those listings if you want to, that are a completely different design. Ads for your sphere. So these ads are sent to individual email addresses. If you were in my class recently for Cole information, you might have heard about this, where if you download a lot of different emails out of Cole information for a specific area, for a specific niche market, you can actually upload all of those emails in addition to your sphere of influence emails, and it will try to match those emails to an IP address so that it can display those web ads and it can display those social ads to the people on those email addresses. One moment, please. Sorry about that, had a tickle in my throat. It's going to match those to your sphere. I love these ads. I love these ads because they're so highly targeted. We have agents who have run their entire sphere of influence, people that they're close to, people that they definitely know, and they've even put up something like Happy Holidays as their ad, or if you're getting ready to list in the spring, don't forget I'm here for you. Thank you so much for your business in 2021. You can actually tailor your sphere ads down that far because it is going to a very specific list of email addresses that you provide. I also love these for being able to do a lot of neighborhood marketing. So if you're going to go into Cole information and you're going to pull down maybe every single property address in, let's just say Kingsmill, if that's where you want to be in Kingsmill and Williamsburg. And you can upload those email addresses that come out of Cole information, and you can tailor that ad just for Kingsmill. Thinking about selling your Kingsmill home this year? Talk to me. You can do something even as specific as that. We don't normally use ads for recruiting in the agent campaigns, but they are there for anybody who might need to use them. And then of course we have ads for retargeting. And notice that there's one active campaign in here, and that comes with the listing ads from BHHS. So a retargeting campaign, what will happen is if you start running any of these ads through Adwerx, where they might land on your website, Adwerx does provide us with a small code, a little pixel that allows us to cookie those people who visit, and then we can use those ads to retarget them so that we just have that message flowing to them all the time. That, hey, I'm here, I'm your realtor. You can use that retargeting ad however you'd like. There is a standard template in here because BHHS does pay for a specific retargeting amount as part of being part of the national network. So you would have to run an additional ad under ads for retargeting for that. The other thing that they have is streaming TV commercials. This has been a big deal in 2022 so far. We've had lots and lots and lots of questions about how do I start running ads on TV, on streaming TV, on my Roku, on Peacock, all of the different channels where you're seeing lots of these different web ads come up in between streaming TV shows. We have these automatically built into the system for you. I'm going to go ahead and start a new campaign just so you can see it. Again, it's just going to verify who you are again each of the times when you log in here, just to make sure they're getting the right person in the right area. And it's going to say who's the closest match. The first time you log in, it's just going to be your photo, and you can go ahead and select it. I've actually already created an ad in here just so that we can see it. I'm going to go continue with this ad. And you'll notice that this is what the ad looks like, and you are able to change a bunch of this information. So they have lots of different ads that are available. So we have different things available from BHHS and different levels of branding. So notice we have the images here, different calls to action, and we have different videos that are available. These are all videos that were professionally designed by the advertising company who works with BHHS, and it allows them to upload that and add all of your branding information on. Oops. You will notice the live chat will pop up all the time when you're in here asking if you have any questions. There is a real person on the end of there. So if you ever get stuck or you're not sure how to do something, do click that live chat. They'll be happy to talk with you. Again, you can see all the different ads that are in here. You can preview any of these by hitting that preview button. And then you can choose your target areas. So the target areas in video can actually be limited to something as close as a quarter of a mile. So if you actually wanted to drop lots and lots of little pins over lots of different areas, it'll allow you to do that. You'll notice that it's going to drop an initial pin here for us on that streaming commercial right around the address where we're trying to locate here. So in this case, this agent is out of our beach office, so it's going to drop it over top of her office because it doesn't have another office to reference right now. But maybe I wanted to hit, I'm just going to say maybe all of downtown Norfolk. So I can drag that 5 mile right over top of that. Maybe I'm trying to market some individual neighborhoods. You can actually drop that little pin way down here. Maybe we drop it to a 1/2 mile, and we'll just blow up this map a little bit here. And I'm going to go over a couple of these neighborhoods in Chesapeake here, just for the sake of doing this. So maybe we want to target all of Greenbrier. So I'm going to go ahead and push that out a little bit. Don't want to get too far over there. So that's going to give us kind of Greenbrier proper in this area. If we wanted to do that. And then maybe I need to drop an additional one in order to pick up that. So you're just going to keep clicking on that map, and it's going to allow you to just keep dropping circles all over the place. And you can make them as big or as small as you want to, down to a 1/4 mile. It's going to let you know whether you have enough views in here in order to run this campaign. You do need a minimum number of views in order to run this. And it's going to let you know whether it has enough density or not. So in this case, this one does. So Greenbrier is a fairly dense area. There were lots and lots of TVs to be able to connect to, TVs and devices. And then here's where the pricing starts. So we can get into this area with 2,000 commercials for $339. And of course, you can keep going up to 50,000 views if you want to and increase that budget. It's telling you where it's going to run, and then you'll be able to go ahead and review that whole commercial and check out. You'll notice that on the commercials, I'm going to go back to that commercial screen real quick. It does have an upload your commercial. If you need help with this, with the upload commercial, do let us know in the marketing department. We'll be happy to help facilitate that, or to get you with a videographer, maybe that we recommend, that can help you with that custom commercial. Do know that if you upload your own video, it does not include this branding information. This branding information does need to be added to any kind of commercial that you upload. Just to be clear on that, it's not going to upload just this section. It needs to include all of this as well. So just in case you want to go ahead and use that custom one, just be reminded that you do need to add this to your video on here. All right, so that is the TV commercials. Now I want to show you how you can edit these ads that are in here. I'm going to go back to my campaigns real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and edit one of these listing ads. Editing a listing ad is very much the same as editing any other ad in here. I do want you to notice, if you saw the email that came out from Adwerx in the last couple of days, that they do have these new motion ads that have come out. So instead of being a static ad like this with a property in it, you'll see these here. These are static ads. They have switched in 2022 to these motion graphics instead. They are a lot more visible. People see them more. It catches the eye as there's that little bit of movement on a website. We're hoping for even more clicks and more success with this in 2022 with the new motion graphics. If you want to add or manage your ad and edit it, you just go to this Manage Campaign. And it's going to give you lots of options here. So again, I encourage you to do this when you get that email, especially for your initial listing, to go ahead and edit this as much as you need to. You can edit the ad. Just click that Edit Ad button here. And it's going to allow you to edit all sorts of different fields in here. I do want you to notice this property happens to be in the luxury collection, but those motion ads are available in the Cabernet as well for homes that are not in the luxury collection. You can also take the luxury collection box off of it if you want to run in Cabernet instead. So it is going to go ahead and update. It's just going to take a second to update that image back to the different template. While it's updating, let me let you know you can change the image. It is going to pull in the primary image from the MLS in this case, but you are welcome to change that image if you need to. There's that Cabernet template. You can go ahead and change your headshot if you'd like. And then you also have the ability to change this text. Now, I want you to know that this text that's up here is really just suggested. If you don't want to put for sale on there, maybe you want to put something like oceanfront home. You can go ahead and do that. It's going to go ahead and change that text. You don't have to leave it at just listed or open house or whatever it happens to be. This is just, again, a suggestion, 6-bed, 4-bath. Maybe we don't want to talk about the bedrooms and baths here. We want to put renovated. You can take the price out if you need to. If you want people to just go ahead and click through. Again, you can always repurpose that. So if you can see it says renovated. If you want to take that out of there, maybe I'm just going to put waterfront in here just so that you can see what it would look like if we were to change those words. And again, you can add things to your name. So if you wanted to add your realtor, your MRP, your SRES, whatever that happened to be, you can do that as well. You can change your phone number to be to your direct line if you need to. And then the location, it is actually pulling in the location of your office. So if you happen to be based out of our Chesapeake office, but this listing happens to be in Suffolk, you may want to go ahead and change that to Suffolk, Virginia. And then you can go ahead and add your licensing number if you need to in here, or any additional disclaimers that you'd like to add. The license is required in a bunch of different states. We are not required to put it on there, but that field is there for you if you would like to. So you can see how we've kind of changed this ad. It's changed the name. It's changed a couple of things. We've just repurposed some of these ads. Do remember that you do need to say who you are, and you do need to give some contact information on these ads to stay compliant. So for the name and the phone number, don't repurpose those into something else, but you can go ahead and update that to more current information. You'll notice that you can upload your own ad. This is where we were talking about for those zip code ads, for the sphere ads, even for additional listing ads, you can go ahead and upload your own. So if you didn't want to run something like this, you had the marketing department create something that was custom for you, we can go ahead and upload those. So in this case, it's going to ask us for that web ad, and we would give you that square. And then for the Facebook, it's giving you a different recommendation for a different size. And then you have the ability to fill out that Facebook text that appears above and below the photo when it runs on Facebook. If we do have a mobile ad requirement in here as well, there's a third and fourth block for different ad sizes. So again, it's probably easiest to either build it right out of marketing resource or to get a custom set of ads done by the marketing department if you wanted to run your own style of ad. I'm just going to go ahead and hit cancel on this because we're not going to change that today. All right, and let me go back to this edit ad here real quick. It didn't save any of my changes because I did not hit update here on the bottom. Make sure that if you do change anything on here, you do hit that update before you leave the screen. I do want to show you what these ad sizes look like when they are live. So in this particular case, this is a luxury collection listing. And this is what the different ads look like. So this is on your Facebook ad. This is what the Instagram ad looks like. And that's that motion web ad that they've created for you there. Okay. All right, let me go back to my dashboard here real quick because I actually want to edit something additional here. Remember I said you could edit those destination pages and you could send it wherever you wanted to. Instead of editing the ad under this campaign, let's go ahead and manage that page. So we're going to change the destination page. Now, when a listing ad comes out from BHHS, it automatically goes to bhhs.com and then to the listing on bhhs.com. You can go ahead and change this to your website at any time. So you'd want to put something like HTTPS. Okay, I have one in here stored for Kathy Macklin, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. So for her, it would be kathymacklin.com. /listing details / whatever it is. And this all comes from her site builder website. And that way any traffic from that ad drops on her website and it's not dropping on the BHHS national website. This is so important to go ahead and change as soon as you get that email that says your listing might be live. This is also how you would add a destination page if you were creating your own custom ad. So if you were creating a sphere ad and you wanted to send it to your home value page, you would put in here the link to your home value site. If you were running something for a specific neighborhood, maybe you would drop it to a SEO page or a content page that was on your site builder website. If you were dropping it to something like search all homes for sale in the area on my website, maybe you would drop it to whatever your domain is, .com/homes for sale. Which is the direct link to the map link for searching for homes on your website. So just make sure that you're driving that traffic down to you as much as you can. And then make sure whatever link you put in here is the information that you're providing in the ad. So in this case, for a listing, it makes sense to send it down to the listing page. If you're telling people to search for homes, send it to the home search page. If you're telling people to get a home value, send it there. If you're telling people, hey, sign up for my e-newsletter or something like that, make sure you're sending it down to the lead page that collects that information so that people don't have to find it. In addition to this, you are able to go ahead and add weeks to your ads. So maybe you picked 1 week or 4 weeks for your ads when you started running them, or maybe this is one of the free ads and you want to go ahead and extend that. You can also go ahead and add weeks onto this ad campaign here. And you can see the pricing here. Now, all of this is discounted on here. And you might be asking yourself, well, what if I do this ad for 5 weeks and it sells in 2? Easy enough. What will happen is you can call Adwerx and Adwerx will go ahead and put that credit for the additional weeks back on your account or over into another campaign. They're really easy to work with. So don't fear about spending something for 5 weeks on a listing that might sell really fast. You do have the ability to go back and edit that with Adwerx. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add a week onto this one just so that you can see what the checkout process looks like. Okay, here is the checkout process here. Notice that it says, here's our order summary. We're going to add another week to this. Here's our 15% off additional discount for Berkshire Hathaway. And then it's going to ask us for, again, our credit card information, and we can go ahead and purchase this. If you're adding any additional ads that might be brand new, it's also going to ask you if you have a NERDS number. Now, all of us in this company do have a NERDS number. Do go ahead and add it in there because NAR does provide additional impressions if you just add your NERDS number in there as well. And you can definitely stack those. So you can get the BHHS discount and you can get those extra impressions from NAR on here as well. I do want to point out one last thing for you. For those of you who might need want to explain this to a seller, or you might want to share this on your social media, every single person who has a site builder website has the Adwerx explainer video on your website. It is considered one of our global pages. So here I am on Ralston's website. You can change this out for your domain right here. And you can put /Adwerx and you will have this page available to you right now. Let me see if I can turn on my sound here real quick. You can post this to social media. You can send this to a client. You can use it however you'd like, but this is the nice explainer video here.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, your digital marketing specialist, and I'm here to talk to you about our online marketing strategy and how we plan to advertise and market your home. After listing your home with us, a custom digital advertisement will be created for your listing. This ad will be shown thousands of times to home buyers surrounding your property. Your home will be shown on Facebook and Instagram, as well as major websites like the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times on both desktops and in mobile apps. It will specifically target people looking at listings online, using online mortgage calculators, and researching moving companies. Just like Amazon might follow you around with that pair of shoes you were just looking at, we'll follow home buyers with your property, keeping your home in front of potential buyers wherever they go online. Finally, you'll receive a daily report showing how your home's ad is performing. You'll also receive a link to share on your social networks, letting your friends and family help spread the word about your listing. Feel confident that your home is in the best hands online and off, and list your home with us. We will truly work for you to get your home sold.
All right, notice that that's the brand new ad that has the motion ads in it. And a nice explainer video that has all the brand new information that just came out on it yesterday. I encourage you to use this. Send this to your potential sellers. You can go ahead and share this on your social media. You can use this link however you'd like to be able to promote Adwerx. It's nice to even be able to link up and put into an e-card if you're just doing some prospecting and want to talk to people about how you're going to get their home sold and what your marketing program looks like. So that's what I have for Adwerx today. I am happy to take any questions if anybody has any at the moment. If not, then we will go ahead and conclude this class. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute and I'll be happy to answer them. Any questions today? All right. Doesn't look like we have any questions. So I thank you so much for being here to learn about